just when all of us thought we've seen it all before in our lifetimes, none of us ever even dreamed that we would go on to see what we have seen as of lately. And now watch some of what we are talking about and more right here on Spanning This Nation.
Yo! Saddle up! Lock and load!
What the hell was that?
Completely forgot. I have a birthday party today. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rock them. Like, you know, Avril has her pink streak, right?
You're gonna tear the roof off this sucker right now!
Oh, it's fire! Oh, it's getting crazy!
Intense enough to warp the very fabric of space and time.
Yes, Spanning This Nation.
Is it going to be raining touchdowns? Is it going to be droughts for the other teams? We'll find out. Without further ado, the one, the only, the legend.
And his close friend and sidekick, Bama Hater.
I want to talk about this Saban trip to D.C. Your guy. Let's talk about Mr. Saban.
All right.
What you think about his trip to Washington, D.C.?
Well, I didn't really care for it because I thought that, you know, politicians have a way of using people. And I thought Nick Saban was kind of used as a mouthpiece for a bill that I don't really care for because they want to give everybody the same piece of pie in college football. In Washington, D.C., that's, to me, that's socialism. Nobody ought to get the same piece of pie. I mean, if we're both singers and you're Elvis Presley and I'm some dude in a bar, should I make as much money as you? Hell no. And in football, if you're the Alabama Crimson Tide, you and Maine shouldn't be making the same amount of money. I'm sorry, brother. That's just the way it is.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, America, see, if you look at my co-host, you can see what success has done to this guy.
He's already
You look at him, man. Look at it.
He's already nervous.
And this guy has
nervous.
graduated from the simple, old, ugly Alabama sweatshirt. Now look what he's wearing. Polo down to the socks. I hear you, baby. I ain't mad at you.
You ain't mad. I tell you, we're doing right.
Hey, man, can we get your opinion on Saban? Because we ain't finished with Mr. Saban.
Well, I didn't like it because I don't think Nick Saban ought to be involved in politics. But, I mean, that's Saban's, his legacy is already in place, He don't have to do something great as a finale. I mean, just go off and enjoy your retirement. The legacy's in place. You hang out with dogs, you get fleas. And I hate to call folks dogs, but them swamp creatures up there in Washington, D.C., brother, dogs might be a compliment compared to, what I would like to call them.
Well, I'm not going to call them dogs either, but,
But they might have fleas.
Birds of a feather. We'll put that label. Man, first of all, let me tell you about Nick Saban. I want to know from you and the listeners, and I've asked this on different podcasts, especially the Bama podcast, where they have a problem when you don't agree with what they say about Alabama football 100%. This is what I want to know. Why didn't Nick Saban take a trip to D.C. when you guys were winning championship after championship and SEC championship after championship? Why is he going now? What's going on that he has to go to D.C. and he's not a coach? Why?
Well, I mean, he feels like he is the voice of college football, and I don't disagree with him. Is there somebody up there smarter than Nick Saban? Do you know anybody smarter than Nick Saban?
Probably not, but do you know any people that are more cunning than Nick Saban?
Cunning? I don't know if I use the word cunning.
I will.
Where you get the word cunning?
Man,
what was he cunning about?
I got to use the word allegedly. When Alabama was winning all those championships, the rumor was players were getting cars, secret handshakes. And what happened?
Rumors.
And as soon as the portal leveled that playing field, all of a sudden, he wants to run off into the sunset. What happened to him?
Well, Nick Saban's just fighting for the little man. You see, Nick Saban is a king. When you're a king, sometimes you have to fight for the little man. And he's fighting for the little man. Nick Saban wants to see these little schools be able to compete. He wants to be able to see these other sports continue at these schools. And he realizes that these schools are giving all the money to players, then they might be an issue for the swimming team, for the track team. You know, we got to keep all them folks too. You know, so, I mean, Nick Saban's fighting for the little man. That's what's happening in Washington.
Did Nick care about the little man when he was winning championship after championship?
No, he was stepping on the little man at that time.
You're exactly right.
On the little
he
man.
Don't give a
But
dirt.
he ain't a coach no more. You
Man.
see, your mind changes when you change professions.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Did you ever hear Nick on his trip to D.C.? Did you hear him mention that he had a problem with coaches making $500,000 and wasn't coaching? Did you hear him say anything about coaches that made $40 to $70 million in a buyout when they failed? Did you hear any of that? No, we heard something about the players. Why shouldn't the players get as much as they can if coaches can do the same thing? That's my question for America.
Well, I'll answer that. I'm all for the players making money. I think what Nick Saban is saying, that they're making so much money that it's threatening the stability of the institutions they play for. I mean, if you pay more than you bring in, then you're going into the hole. And that's the problem with a lot of colleges. Everybody ain't making the money that Alabama and Miami's making. A lot of schools out there are barely getting by, and they feel like, hey, we can't afford a $20 million payroll, so we're just going to have to be a losing program, you know. So Nick feels, you know, sometimes when you're a champion, you look back and say, as a 6-time Paul Feinbaum champion, I look back at the poor, pathetic callers that I beat up over the years.
Man, I can't even hold back.
I really feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying?
I can't hold back the laughing,
and
man.
I know Nick looks back at all these little teams that he's beat up on all these years, and he has a heart for them now. Like, after 6 championships, I'm thinking maybe Swamp Dog and some of the Chris from South Carolina, maybe I could put them in school and pull them up to where I've been so they could feel that joy.
In my opinion, I think it's crazy, man.
Well, I think that's what's wrong with the whole nation. Nobody likes for anybody to disagree with them. And I'm just the opposite. I love it when folks disagree with me because that is the foundation of communication, for two people to sit down and discuss what's going on and come to an agreement. I mean, if we could do that in Washington, if we could do that down at the SEC offices, if grown men could stop acting like 8-year-old children and come together and have a conversation, I mean, the world would be a better place.
Well, it ain't going to happen in D.C.
No, it ain't going to happen
as much as I wanted to. Because, man, I'll tell you why. Now, here we go from sports to politics.
Let's do it.
This is why I have an issue with Washington, D.C. And it's simply because when I was 18 years old, I decided I'm not going to college. I'm going to go serve my country. I volunteered.
Nice.
Before I put that uniform on, I had to take an oath. I got the same oath as they have in D.C. as congressmen and senators and the president.
Nice.
And when I see that they are going around the Constitution for their own benefit, I have a major problem with it, man. And it's just pathetic because, once again, our tax dollars pay those guys to sit up there and act an idiot. And it's just pathetic, man. I just don't – I know money is once again, it's all about the dollar bill. That's the bottom line to anything, money. It's the same thing in politics. It's the same thing in college football. Because when we bring it all the way back to how in the world can Notre Dame get a guaranteed playoff spot and everybody else has to compete and they're not even in a conference. It's all about money, man, and it's the bottom line.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, it's funny, them senators and congressmen, they go to Washington, poor people, and in a couple of years, they're multi-millionaires.
Multi.
You got any idea how that happens, man?
And half of them.
Is that Charlie Baker money? I mean, how did folks go from poor to millionaire? I heard one senator talking about, I was a poor man from Mississippi. I never had a pot to piss in. But
man, you know
now
what?
He's a multi-millionaire.
I realize.
How the hell does that happen? I'm running for Senate, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, here quickly, I'm running for Senate.
If you go to D.C. and you have probably $12,000 in your bank account, you're lucky to have that much in your bank account as an average day worker. And in 2 years, you got $200 million. What is?
How the hell does that happen?
People being crooked, lying to us.
They can't even come to a decision.
Man.
Now, what do you think? Are these folks going to be able to fix college football?
How?
That's what somebody asked. And one of the questions here for me, can Washington, D.C. fix college football? They want J.K.'s and Legend's opinion on this.
How can they fix college football when they can't fix gas prices?
Oh, man, hit them hard. Hit them,
How can you do that, man? And now I'm hearing the war situation, the decisions that are made for the war is tied directly to the stock market. Everybody's not even in the stock market, man. You're going to make a decision, and then you come back and reverse the decision, but in between that time, you're trading stocks to multiply your bank account. Man, these are the people we trusted to go to D.C. and make decisions for us, and they're making direct decisions for their family in their own pocket. Whoever it is, Democrat, Republican, Independent, I don't care who it is, man. You playing games with our tax dollars, and I don't like it, man, at all.
And more importantly, they're playing with our college football, and I don't like that either. I mean, how the hell did we end up in Washington, D.C., depending on Washington? We're up there in the swamp with these swamp creatures say, help us, please. We can't make our own decisions.
Hey, man, let me bring
can't come to an agreement.
Let me bring it back to Saban's trip to D.C.
Yeah, Mr. Smith.
Man, you want to have an issue with kids that, are making NIL money and providing financial support and, help to their families. And they're doing the exact thing college coaches are doing by signing these multi-million-dollar contracts. It's to benefit their family. So what is the difference when you have kids that, their blood, sweat, and tears, they're risking injury in practice, in games, and those are the people that directly provide financial opportunities for universities. If it wasn't for the kids playing, generating revenue by ticket sales, $12 hot dogs, $20 cans of beer,
you got to hot dogs. $12 hot dog.
It may be $15.
Oh my God.
You got to pay $100 to park right around the stadium. You got to buy a hotel room. You got to buy.
You're saying they just screwing the fan over?
Man, royally. You got to pay. If I go from here to Atlanta to watch a football game, I'm going to spend about $100 just for gas. You got to eat, man, for the weekend. It's just awful, man. And then you turn around and say you got an issue with the kids making money when they are the direct source for generating the revenue. We don't go to see coaches. We go to see the kids. So why should anybody have an issue with a kid but don't have a problem with a coach that gets $70, $50 million in a buyout after he chokes and fails as a coach?
That's a lie, Nick Saban. You was trying to get more millions so you could outbid Jimbo Fisher for that 325-pound defensive tackle. Don't lie to us. We the fans love you, Nick. You are a freaking legend. Don't get fleas on you by hanging out with them sorry-ass hound dogs in Washington, D.C. Spitting again.